So historically, Soul Striker has always been most vulnerable to hand destruction. We saw that a lot in set 2.
Yep.
But one difference here is previously in set 2, Cell and Android leader, they did not need to do a lot of attacking. The Super 17 leader is highly rewarded for attacking, meaning that Eon is going to be able to awaken without as much struggle as previously.
No, absolutely. And like that's the thing about Soul Striker that's always been, kind of I would say the thing that stopped me from playing it the most. I mean, I love Soul Striker. Soul Striker's always been one of my favorite leaders. That's what I took to the one ARG event I actually got to play in, and I just love the deck. I think it's so much fun. There's so many options. Untapping your energy just feels amazing. But you're so weak to hand destruction, and obviously Super 17 does it very, very well. So I'm curious to see what Eon's plan is. Now, something to remember, unlike set 2, there is a lot more ways to recover now than there was before, right? We didn't have very many ways to recover. There's a lot of draw 2s. You have 5-drop Gogeta that we just saw played as an example of a way to recover. We also have Scientist Food, just so many different ways to recover. So what do you think is going to happen here? How do you think this is going to play out? Richard or Tony? What do you
okay, I thought Richard was going to talk.
What's interesting here is Soul Striker is on the play, which means he's going to be more prone to discard than he usually is. I don't know. It looks like by Eon's list, I don't know how good his deck is going to be at burning his hand to make it like that 5-6 card hotspot where Soul Chain is tolerable, manageable without being overwhelming.
Something to remember though, already Russell has 2 7-drops, 1 in hand, 1 in energy. Right
yeah.
Now. I mean, it's possible the other 2 are in life. It's not impossible. And he also can mill off of this attack as well. I mean, this is one thing that stops me from playing Super 17 is this mill. I'm always the most unlucky person ever. So it's very, very scary. I like to see what cards end up going in Russell's drop here. We'll see if we can catch them as they go in and see if those happen to be the 7-drop.
I love how Danny said, "Oh man, Super 17 should take this easy peasy."
Easy peasy. Yeah, I mean, essentially what Super 17 wants to do in this situation is they want to play out their new 3-drop. What is it? The Hellfighter 17. They're receiving a 4-drop, which is what they want to do. So they want to play that out on turn 3 instead of 3-drop Cell. On turn 4, they want to play out their 3-drop Cell, knock you to 3, play this card, discard 2, knock you to 1 card in hand. And then depending on the version that's played, some run the super combo to completely take away your hand, but others can use cards like Tawa and stuff to completely take your hand away regardless of the super combo.
So one of the interesting additions that this deck has is the new Preemptive Strike card.
Yes.
Tony, what's your opinion on that card?
Preemptive Strike being the 2-cost green card that says counter play, you can just like KO the card when it comes into play.
Yes.
That card is unbelievable.
I think we lost it for a second. It is very powerful.
Yes, very, very powerful card. I love it, love it, love it. But it's also, it's honestly, the more I see this meta being played right now, it seems like it's so cool how it's set up right now. It's like you play around the 1-drops, right? The 1-drops are actually pretty impactful now, but they don't have to be like 1-drops like Gohan and like, the ones that deal damage that we're used to, the more aggressive 1-drops. These are just utility 1-drops like, the Burgos and the Dende and the Kamis that we see. And so it's kind of like you have to like, the first early game is like controlling the 1-drops into dealing with your actual plan. And so I think that just seems like it's actually so much fun. And then we have the new cards like Preemptive Strike, which is you can easily play around, right? If your opponent has 2 green energy up, that's a possibility. So we have a lot of cards now that's starting to pop up that you're like, you have to, it rewards you for guessing what cards are in your opponent's hand correctly.
Right.
Russell in a good spot too. Has the Hellfighter 17 in hand and has the Cell in hand. Doesn't have a 17, but does have a Jiro to be able to go find it.
2 Jiros, yeah. As long as one of those hit a 17, his hand should be just about everything he's ever wanted.
Yep. I couldn't wish for a better hand for Christmas. Eon's setting stuff up here, trying to figure out exactly what to do on his next turn.
I always hate whenever I play Cell Player or Cell Chain. I hate opening up with my super combos against them. I just hate it.
Yeah, it is very frustrating. There they go.
One of the more interesting interactions here is going to be between Courageous Heart Yajirobe and Shocking Deathball.
Yep.
Watching to see how the leader interacts with that, knowing that if he attacks and untaps too greedily, the Yajirobe is going to be a pretty big neg for him.
He's really searching for the
another
17.
chance for the 17. This is actually his last chance.
Bar the 2 draws that he'll have next turn, of course.
Oh, sure. As it turns out, he does draw cards.
Dude, that sucks.
He didn't snap pick, which means that he didn't get a 17.
Oh,
It's very unfortunate. Plus, he also has a chance to just mill them, too. He can attack and mill them, so he can at least get his 4-drop online, too. So he's not, like, dead in the water. He doesn't necessarily need the 17 until turn 4. So he essentially has another turn, maybe 2 more turns, essentially, 2 more draw steps to hit.
We did see him mill an Endless Malice Android 17, which, as you said, does turn on the Super 17 chain.
Right, yeah, exactly. All right, looks like Eon taking his turn, deciding to play a black card as energy.
Danny Hype saying that even drawing 17 right now isn't imperative, but turn 4 being apparently the key turn.
Yeah. So he has 2 more draw steps to get Super 17, or to get Android 17, because in theory he'll play Hellfighter next turn to set up the ultimate combo quotation.
Right. You know, there are 2 people that played this deck at Nationals. One of them was Russell, one of them were Danny. So I'm going to take their word above it way before anyone else.
Okay, here comes an attack in to ready an energy. Go back up to 3. Attacking 10,000 and 10,000 here. Soul Striker Goku into Super 17.
I would imagine he probably snap takes that.
Yes, I would imagine, yeah. He does have the ability to use one of the droves, though, to stop it if he wants, but I would imagine he wants a chance of getting another 17. Eon saying no combos. Takes it. Oh, does get the Android 16 super combo, though, so that it does answer our question of which super combo he runs. Guys, also something to remember, you can see, you will be able to get all these deck lists on Shenron's Lair. I'm not sure exactly when they'll be up. Oh, there's Preemptive Strike. Oh, I love that card. It's so cool. It looks really cool.
Oh, and he plays Preemptive Strike. Let's go.
Apparently Zap's a little behind. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm curious to see how this card works, but I'm very curious to see how this card works.
I just want to see it.
Yeah. Though I don't think it's too impactful in this deck. Like, it would hit a Shenron Figure of Majesty, which would be pretty powerful. But a little underwhelming other than that.
Yeah, this Preemptive Strike kill. I'm sorry, I'm a little new to the card as well. Does Preemptive Strike hit every card, like any card that's played, or does it have a limit?
So it can hit anything turn 4 or less.
Okay. I was like, cause, I mean, if it could hit anything, I wasn't sure. I thought it had a restrictor. I wasn't sure if it was 4 or 5. But I was like, man, if it could hit anything, imagine how devastating it would be to like hit like a Demegra or like it'd be like just something just ridiculous. But yeah, it looks like like you said, it can't really hit anything too powerful in this deck except Shenron, which is definitely a play that Soul Striker likes to do. Shenron untap 2, attack untap 2.
So did we just see? Oh, okay, we see him combo with the Dende. And drawing the 17 that he wanted.
Yeah, there's the 17.
There we go.
Finally gets it, but that's okay.
He's doing it.
Hellfire.
Oh, what?
Yep.
I did not expect that.
Yeah. This is what I was talking about. He'll Hellfighter here, and then he'll pass. And then the next turn, he'll play his Cell Chain combo, knock his opponent to 3 cards in hand, and then he'll Union Absorb the Hellfighter with the 4-drop that's in the drop and make him discard 2 more cards, going down to 1. And then if he has a Toa or he's able to use a super combo, he can actually completely discard his hand. And since his leader has critical, it allows him to put pressure on without giving his opponent more cards.
Yeah,
and he doesn't have to do it next turn. Honestly, he doesn't. I mean, he can wait until he can, follow it up with criticals if he wants or whatever. It's not, it's the idea is to Cell Chain into the Union Absorb off the Hellfighter.
And also puts him in a position where he can't safely play Yajirobe or Figure of Majesty without it dying once Hellfighter levels up into further heights.
Mm-hmm. Because they both KO, right? Doesn't the 4-drop KO or no? No.
The 4-drop does KO.
Yeah. So the 4-drop KOs and the 5-drop from Cell KOs too, right?
So charging the Awe-Inspiring Vegito is interesting. It's insightful in the sense that Russell knows that that's another good target for his preemptive strike. Getting some feedback in the chat, Dusty. I think your volume is still a little bit lower compared to everybody else's, but you may want to check in with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. I can fix that. Sorry, guys. I will. I'll fix that here. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. I changed a couple things, so let's go 125. Does that sound better, guys? No, looks like it's still maybe a little low. Let's go 150. Hello.
Put it over 9,000.
That went down. Let's go 200. See if I blow everyone's ears out. Is that better, guys? 250 maybe. Hello. I feel like it's not moving actually. It's weird. Hello. Yeah, that's probably better. Guys, does that sound better?
Why are you yelling at the mic?
There you go. Okay. I went from 100% to 500%. So if anyone's dead, I'm sorry.
So this will be interesting. He might just go Super 17 chain right now, and then go into Infernal Machine next turn. Because turn 5 he could go Hellfighter into To Further Heights, and then still have 2 energy for the preemptive, which is crazy to me.
There's a lot he could do here for sure. There's so many lines of play. There's one thing I've noticed with these decks too. They're becoming there's just so many more lines of play, which is fantastic. I love it whenever decks have lots of lines of play, because the more lines of play they have, the more possible it is to misplay, which means you can have comebacks, and B, it's just so much more fun to watch, right? When decks aren't like super linear.
Right, more dynamic gameplay.
Right, absolutely. Which is always good. All right, both players taking.
This is so interesting.
Both players are chatting a little bit here.
Yeah, if it was me, I'd probably get greedy and swing twice. Like we know he doesn't. We know he doesn't have pan because he would have played it by now, right?
Right.
So I think I go into the Super 17 chain.
Ooh, draw unbreakable.
Does he have a cell in his discard to finish the chain?
No, he doesn't. No, yeah, he does. He does. He milled a 5-drop off the first attack.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so he does. He actually has the full chain able to go. Which is, but I don't think, does he have Sparking 10? How many cards are in his discard? Do we know? I can check right now, but
does not have. He has 9, right? Oh,
he has 9.
Russell?
Yeah, Russell has 9. That's okay. He can just combo with like Jiro or something. Actually, no, he can't, right?
Played another one?
Ooh, played another 3-drop. I actually like that
cool
play. That's actually a pretty sick play.
So now he's gonna, they'll bring in the 4-drop, blow up the Yaja, and he still has Shocking Death Ball. Okay. One of my favorite combos from the new set, Frieza's Healing Pod, which is honestly the coolest card I've ever seen in the history of the game. I like the interaction with the Super 17 chain, because you can pull the next part of the chain from the drop zone, which would give you a draw.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, gets another unbreakable. Okay, still no way to really reliably awaken for Eon yet. No Vegeta or no Pans. I'm trying to think, what do you do as Eon right here? He needs to get through his deck as quickly as possible. We'll try to awaken here. I'm trying to think, do you just cycle your Goku, your unbreakable Goku?
Possibly. He definitely has to lean heavy on the Mifuba to overcome the Super 17.
Absolutely, it's his only way to stop it. Since his Yajirobe is going to die.
Mm-hmm. One of the really bold things about Russell's play is if Eon would have had the Ultimate Fusion Gogeta to bounce both of those Hellfighters, that would have been very devastating.
Mm-hmm. We could attack with a Kami here and just Unbreakable on top of the Kami just to draw a card, see if you draw something.
And he just passes on 5 energy.
Oh, is he just passing? Okay.
He is.
Yeah, I think that's fine too. Keep those 2 cards as defensive cards. I mean, Eon does have a very defensive hand. He has Mafuba, a super combo, and 2 Unbreakables.
Mm-hmm. Drawing another extra card. I know he doesn't want to show that he has the preemptive strikes yet, but he might be in a position where he needs to charge it. And there we see it.
Oh, wow.
Do you think showing that? Well, I mean, I don't know. I would say Russell just knows that maybe the preemptive strike isn't the best card in this matchup, maybe?
Right, because we're past the turn 4 window now.
Right.
So if he's playing 5 and 6 drops, preemptive is going to be a little...
Yeah, I mean, Shocking's great because it kills Pan. And a lot of other cards that he's shown, so... Kills Yajirobe, it kills the Kamis.
He's gonna attack.
Yeah, this is another mill too.
He's got 17 cards, 16 cards in his... This is scary.
So, super combo?
He's drawing so much.
Yeah, it's possible at this point he's getting to the point where he's almost out of his cell chain. Because right at this point in the game, you know, Eon's trying to find a balance between a hand so big that Cell doesn't blow out and a hand so small Super 17 doesn't blow out. But if he's able to stall for a while, you know, he can possibly mill out the 17 engine, or mill out the Cell engine, and then you can work on focusing getting your hand large.
Well, it looks to me like Russell was like... I don't know if Russell has Tau in this deck, but he needs to find a way to get one more card out of Eon's hand. Because with these 2 3-drops set up, he can actually completely discard his hand and not have to worry about Mafuba anymore. And then he can probably, you know, just put so much pressure on him with the 3 critical attacks. So he's at 3, he's at 6 life. He could play Mass Saiyan and just take a life, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a win-win, because if he attacks the Dark Power Mass Saiyan, then that would just turn Shocking Death Ball online.
Right.
And would guarantee the Awaken. That seems like a solid play.
Yeah, he needs... If he can get to 4 life, I mean, he's just... I think Auto wins this game. He can just win with criticals.
That sucks. Seeing them both like at 6.
I know, it's so tough. I mean, Eon's at 7 life.
Instead, we're going to see 18.
Ooh.
We're going to see the South Check. Okay.
Oh, wow. He's gonna do it.
That's pretty potent because he has the preemptive strike in the pocket.
Very interested. I'm very interested in this line of play. I know Russell's like the Super 17 master, though, so I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for this.
My guess is the logic is if he waits too many more turns and mills too many cell pieces, the entire chain is dead. So he'd rather guarantee getting value out of it now.
That's a good point. Yeah, that is actually a good point. I like that. Yeah, he's just because you got to think we have seen quite a few 7 drops.
Right, we have 13 cards left in deck.
Yep. He's gonna deck out.
He draws another Hellfighter.
Could you imagine if he decks out?
That would suck.
Oh my gosh. Talking about like the most unfortunate way to give Eon a match. I feel like with Russell's lineup too, I think this Soul Striker is going to be Eon's hardest deck to win with.
Ooh, what a play! So greedy.
Attacking? It looks like the Mafuba's coming out here.
Mafuba. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Boom, Mafuba.
That's
on the 5
wild.
drop. Okay, holy crap. so why would you attack into Mafube that way? Just greedy, just trying to make your 7-drop more efficient, or is he actually trying to bait out the Mafuba? Like, is this on purpose? Is he just like, I don't care if this gets Mafube, but I just want my Super 17 6-drop not to get Mafubed? I mean, obviously he can't play it this turn, but maybe he's just trying to bait him out. Like, what do you think?
Could have
That-
I'm sorry. Go for it.
I was just going to say that play would be so much more interesting if Russell found out when he looked through his deck that he didn't have any 7-drops left.
Oh, and he was just like, it doesn't matter. This is all it can be anyway.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to get as much value out of my card as I can, knowing that I already got all.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Couldn't he have blown up his field before he Mafubed? You guys think he could have done that? Just out of curiosity. With his commies? Like, would he have KO'd both of them with his 17s or not?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, if he didn't Mafuba, then he has 4 cards.
Yeah. Would he have been able to do that or not? What do you guys think?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't have a good answer to that, Tony. It's a good question.
I mean, because it's even possible Russell just let that get Mafuba to play around Kami. It's just like all kinds of things. I mean, it's just so many layers. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because it's not like the Kamis are surprised or setting out on field.
Yeah. I think if this was up to me, I think my turn would be I'd play Super 17 in Infernal Machine and keep 2 energy or keep 3 energy. One for Black Mass Saiyan. Yeah, that's what I would do. Is I'd go 3-drop into the 4-drop. Hellfighter into Super 17. And then attack with Mass Saiyan, go down to 5. And then he can't kill the Mass Saiyan without setting off Shocking Death Ball, which guarantees the Awaken next turn, which would be Big Cell Chain plus Super 17. I'm probably overthinking it. I'm sure there's something more.
Yeah, you suck for sure. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, fun fact, Dusty is the only player in KTM that has a 100% success rate of topping regionals that he's entered.
Wrecked.
So comparatively, I'm like a C- to your A+.
That's true.
So
That's a true point. That's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up, and you can come back now for saying that. I also just realized I forgot to put my KTM jersey on, and I have just a white T-shirt on. I just happened to look down and notice that. That's where my mind's at. So
yeah.
I need to change that for the following Master cameras.
No worries. I'm in my work jacket.
But you look good in your work jacket, Zach.
Oh, shucks.
I have a white T-shirt that has paint on it. Like, I look like a freaking hobo. I'm like, what's this computer thing? Let me start talking about the Dragon Ball.
So as we're contemplating what to wear for streams, Russell was contemplating what to do with the 6 energy.
You know, it's very
And
rare.
he actually passed.
Yeah,
he openly passed.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's really rare to see androids getting to 6 energy. Like, you just don't see this very often.
That's it. Boom.
Oh.
Did Russell just not see it?
I don't
Russell
know why
just
he
didn't
did
see it. He just didn't see
Wow, Russell's face, he totally lapsed.
Dang. I said this. It's
it.
crazy.
You did say it. I mean, that's why you. That's
I'm
why
like, he had to do it. I'm like, oh,
I mean,
man.
he could just attack with his leader and like this combo.
No, wait. I think his cell still stays on field, isn't it? Just 5 or less, or is it 4 or
Yeah,
less? His cells.
It's 4 or less. Yeah.
So his cell should be out there. Man, the chat should like screenshot their faces when plays like that happen and make them into memes or like picture of the day. Like, dang. Everybody's like, it's 4 or less.
Everybody forgets that clause of Kami. It's right there. It's right there on the bottom. You know, it's like let them repair it here and get their 5-drop. So I mean, it's not as devastating as it could have been. It's still devastating, but at least he still has a Hellfighter in hand, so it's not completely dead. You know what I mean? And he has so much energy. Actually, next turn he can literally just go 3-drop. Evolve 6-drop.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Nothing. I think you're just showing him the card.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, this turn would have been so much more interesting if you didn't know Russell played it, because it's at all costs to blow up the 5-cost cell, which is probably his only line of play regardless.
Right.
Would have been so much more of a shock factor.
Good catch, by the way, Tony.
Yeah. Nah, it's because like I play Kami a lot.
You're like a gargoyle, man. You're ready. You're like, what? Like, all right, 6 life to 6 life too.
But I think he might deck out, man.
Man,
He's at 11.
He
needs to do something before he like dies.
Also, Eon, hasn't awakened yet. So like, usually a well placed cell chain is he can recover pretty easily by just awakening.
Does he have that preemptive?
He does.
Oh, he does.
You totally played here.
It's like kaboom.
Russell thinking though. If Russell doesn't play it here, I wonder what card he's saving it for. Is there another card that you're worried about? Maybe it's just Shenron, or is it? It seems like it's hard for Shenron to live through the combo. Though. Like it seems like
Vegito, I guess.
You can't hit Vegeta though. It's 4 less.
You're thinking Gogeta. I'm talking about awe-inspiring Vegito SSP.
Oh, the barrier one.
Yeah.
The barrier, like the.
Correct.
The older
defender. I'm sorry, the blocker, yeah. I'm sorry, I thought you're right. No, it came out. Okay. So he did use it. He did preemptive strike it. Okay. All is well. He was still one heck of a defense in hand though.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, that attack is going to be impactful.
Yep. That is going to be...
Because you take that hit, and then on your turn he'll play...
Well, if on his turn, if he plays Mass Sand to go to 4... No, that's right. He can untap 2 then. Yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see.
What I'm really interested to see here is, so on the defense, when this good old 20k...
2, 4, 6, 7 energies. Oh my god.
Pretty common to see a Super 17 get to 7 energy.
Oh my gosh.
That happens a lot.
No more turn 2 kills, guys. Check that out. It goes up to 7 energies now. That's right.
Tensions are mounting in this heated battle.
Okay, here it comes. Let's see what he decides to do here. Just play the Mass Sand, I would imagine.
Someone's saying not just questionable plays. Well, you're not in the game. Relax. I'm just kidding.
That's tough, man. That's tough. I mean, there's so many plays that these decks can do, and obviously, something else you guys have to remember too. It's easy for us to commentate the optimal play when we know both players' hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I always tell people that. I'm like, man, you don't know what they're saying. What are they thinking? It's scary.
Has anyone been keeping track of Eon's black count?
Yeah, I've been trying to, but it's so tough. I think he has 3.
His what?
Yeah, in life, 3 black in life.
Oh snap!
I think that's a very rough estimate. I think it's Dende and 2 Kamis is all we've seen. I think.
Yeah, this is gonna be difficult because now the leader is attacking critical damage. Oh.
Eon's gonna hardcast that 10 energy.
That's what he's shooting for. He's a pair of objections.
Damn.
Magical Christmas Stand comes once a year.
Yeah. He'd still be an energy short, but yeah. All right, Unbreakable to draw a card, see what he gets. Gets another super comp. You know, I'll tell you, I feel like some of these cards, they just drew the art to make fun of you whenever you draw them. Like this Kai right here is just trolly as crap if you draw them, like you have 3 in your hand like he does right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still useful. You just don't draw off of them, right? So you can still use them, I guess, if he needs to. But it's just so frustrating to have 3 super combos in the hand whenever you're at 6 life with no way to awaken.
They're interesting games.
Man, Russell, just really in the think tank here, really making sure he makes the right play. Okay, guys, make sure you check Russell out. He's on the Scouter Report on YouTube. You can go check out his YouTube channel.
Very high quality. It's pretty cool.
He knows his stuff.
But has he topped 100% of regionals? That's the question. That's why you just go to 1 and you retire.
So we see the full chain here. Going down to 3.
Boom. There goes the super combo, man.
Yeah, I mean, the super combos are so... I mean, honestly, every card in his hand is dead right here, so...
Yep.
I mean, he really needs to do is just keep the super combos. I mean, obviously pitching Demegra is annoying, but I think 3 super combos in hand is better. I mean, at least you can use them. It's unlikely he dies here, like, you know, dies from 6 life, but it's not impossible. Yeah, I think that's the right pick by Eon. I mean, Demegra is such a good way for him to get back into the game, but...
I'd argue it's the only way for him to get back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but, I mean... Is he just dead if he pitches, you know, and doesn't and has a bunch of dead cards in hand? Because he's going to have to discard 2 here as well, and so that means you'd have to keep 1 card left in your hand, right? And so
he thinks he has an out.
I mean, I guess the super combo is the only thing to give you a chance.
Yeah.
Wow.
To survive. That's what I'm talking about. Obviously not winning, but
What scares me is if this is what the matchup looks like, Soul Striker against Super 17. What's the matchup look like, Soul Striker against Shenron?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the Soul Striker versus Shenron matchup seems equally abysmal for Eon. So I think what's going to happen is the Soul Striker is going to maybe cause Eon to be in a tough spot, you know, to win the series. I think Broly is going to be, you know, a decent matchup, but I think that, you know, the Soul Striker is going to be tough. That's why
So
I said it'd be...
go
ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, so the line of play Russ ended up going with, he's playing Infernal Machine to discard 2, go down to 1. Then he's going to awaken with his leader, critical him, and then use the super combo, so he'll be out of a hand. And then that gives him, what, 5 energy left to play with? So that could probably be a critical with the Dreadful Duo.
Yeah, so the attack here will cause Eon to go from 6 to 5. And then
6 to 5, okay.
Right, and then what I'll imagine he'll do after that is attack with Cell Chain, knock him from 5 to 3, and then attack with his super, because Eon can still awaken and draw 2, right? And so, then you essentially with that Android 6 or Super 17, you get to discard the 2 cards that he just drew.
Yeah,
Dang, that's crazy.
and with 9 and 8 cards left in deck, yeah, I don't think he's going to.
That's it. Got rid of a super combo. Critical.
If he has a 5-drop left, he could actually go for lethal right now.
I mean, he could essentially leave Eon with no cards in hand at all.
Yeah, I would just pass. But if you really wants to get the game going,
you would pass here? Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why would you pass here?
Because he's at 5 life with 0 cards in hand.
Yeah, but you can attack with yourself.
Oh snap! He is at 5. What the heck?
Because then you play the Super 17 next turn, and you mitigate the 2 cards he would draw from Awakening.
Yeah.
You can play the Super 17 this turn, right?
Ooh, he's gonna play a.
Oh no, he can't because he went Infernal Machine. I am so stupid, right? Because that's why I'm retarded. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, he can't use Super. Wow. Yeah, he can't use Super 17 because he can't Unit Absorb with the Inferno Machine.
Boom.
Man, I saw that completely. I was like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the one card that gives Eon any remote chance
Of surviving.
of getting back in, yeah. So what does he need here? He needs 5-cost Gogeta. If he can get one, he may have something.
Interesting enough, if he had that second preemptive strike.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he gets the Awaken here. Really needs.
Draw 2.
He didn't get it, but in tandem with all the leader effects and everything, Shenron could still go into a 5-cost Gogeta.
Yeah, absolutely.
Luckily,
Oh, wow.
he gets to draw before choosing which effect he gets. Because if he draws a Gogeta, ooh,
Does the 4-drop have barrier? The Infernal Machine?
no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
But his attacks cannot be negated.
Right, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Gogeta actually would be pretty sick here to take away that 4-drop and...
Oh, he's gonna restand. Dang, that's crazy.
He can restand
So
2,
good.
back up to 5, so really his only chance here...
So good.
Gosh, getting the Gogeta would be sick off the top. I don't think he would still be out of the woods yet, even with that draw, but it's definitely would be...
Oh, he couldn't have resurrected with the ability, or else Mass Saiyan would have discarded 2 cards.
Right. Yeah, I guess he could have attacked first, though, right? He could have attacked into the Mass Saiyan first and then resurrected that way.
If I was Eon, I think I would go leader direct to try to give at all costs some kind of opening.
You know what? Could he have won here? I'm trying to see if the energy adds up. I don't think it does.
I mean, if he had a 5-cost cell in deck, he could have went.
I'm saying, could he have played the 4-cost Shenron, gave his leader critical strike, attacked into the dude, into Super 17, ready to Sensu Bean, goes back up to 4, plays out Gogeta, plays out at all cost Vegeta, and then took 2 life and tried to win with the triple strike.
Yes, I believe so.
I mean, I think it would have got negated, but I wonder if that was the best play. Just go all out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Unless he goes passive here and plays another Shenron, but I don't think he can afford that.
What do you kill here? Right? You kill the Super 17, the Infernal Machine, or do you kill the Cell Chain?
You probably kill the 30k because it's statistically unlikely to run to the negate anyway. So, because if you don't have a negate, the 20k and the 30k are the same except for a 10k difference.
Draw a card. That's crazy. Just draw as much as you can. That Kami was clutch, though.
The Kami was, yeah. That Kami was sick.
That Kami was clutch.
That's a play.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great. I mean, that's going to kill one of these. Yeah, Eon might be fine for another turn. Actually, now looking at Sensu Bean, he has.
What's the effect of? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Right? Go ahead. What was you saying?
I was wondering what the effect of the Duo 18 is. I'm wondering if it's going to be relevant right now.
Duo 18 is it KOs. So if you get a what is it, like 5 or 4 or more or whatever, you can KO something. I think, right? So I guess he could use that to kill the Yajirobe, maybe.
If it's a battle card, right? I think if it's
Right, I think it's a battle card that costs 5 or more, or 4 or more.
Yeah,
4
like
more. You can choose any. Choose one of your skills. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with the energy cost 3 or less, and KO that card. So yeah, he could use that to get rid of the Yajirobe. But it has to hit a card that costs 4 or more, right? Is that right? Was that last
Okay.
time?
I believe so. The real question is, does Russell have any increasing evil cells in the deck? Because being able to go 3 cost into 5 cost cell would close this up pretty well. Pretty nerve-wracking situation though. If he did play increasing evil, if he had it, he'd go from 7 cards in deck to 5 cards in deck. Leader swings brings him down to 4.
Dude, he's at 7 cards. Oh man, I think Eon could take this one.
And the leader swing is mandatory for Super 17, right? It's not like
Yeah.
All right, there's another.
Right, unless he found a way to get over his Sparking 5. But that was a pretty good draw.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, honestly, even the 3-drop sells a pretty decent draw, honestly.
Sensu Beam.
Sensu.
He's gonna combo. Oh no, he doesn't get a boost. I thought for some reason Super 17 got a boost for some. Dang.
The other part of it too is if he just swings with the 20k and then swings with the 30k, he has to use a Yajirobe on one of them if Russell combos appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, man. There's just so many lines of play of all these matches we've watched, and it's just been so cool.
There's so many factors. Like,
yeah, there's just so many factors now.
Like the fact he's 6 cards in deck changes everything.
Oh no, it's insane. So he's attacking, and yeah, Eon's just going to snap, block this.
Oh, rip.
Why rip? What do you mean?
Because he's going to hardcast his Super 17.
Yeah.
And then bring him down to 4 cards, and then swing with the Infernal.
Mm-hmm.
Eon's cheesing because he knows what's about to happen. Look at Eon. Look at his face.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised Eon didn't expect this to happen. But honestly, the shock on his face makes me think that he just didn't think this was a possible thing to happen.
I mean, how often do you see an Android deck go to 7 energy?
Well, sure, but I mean, you still know it costs 6, right? I mean,
Then I hear you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought maybe Eon had a plan. Like, he was like, "Oh, it's cool. I'm gonna block with this guy, and then I have this plan. I'm gonna block. Use that. Use my combo cards in hand and my Shenrons to survive." And but it doesn't.
I thought that's what he was gonna do.
Yeah, but it looks like he's completely taken off guard. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, he's still fine. He can still block one of these attacks. Hopefully.
Oh snap!
So that goes to S30, right?
No, he's 20. Did he combo?
Yeah. So that's 30 to 20 right now. Yeah, he can combo with that and his Shenrons to not take that hit. Which puts him in a obviously not an ideal situation, but I don't think he can die this turn because of that. It also makes
it's funny to think about that. If Soul Striker goes to his next turn, he has 7, 9, 11, 13 energy to play with if he wanted to.
It's not bad. Man. What a format whenever you don't have to worry about Storm, right? Holy crap. These decks are just grindy and they're so, multi-layer, and it's just like, holy crap. Like, I think Russell should have comboed a little bit more there.
Yeah. So he can live a turn if he... I don't understand.
Eon's gonna top deck that Gogeta, watch.
Tony's ready for it. Tony's like, it's coming.
He's gonna do it.
It's gonna be off the top.
He's gonna do it. And I'm just gonna be like, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, Super 17 does have crit. Couscous, yes, absolutely. Oh, passes. Dimension Magic off the top, not the card he's wanting to see, but the Shenron does live. So that means he can bring back the Yajirobe if he wanted.
And draw.
In draw, absolutely.
Draw.
Yes.
You might actually have to bring back a super.
Yep. Yeah, he could bring back a super combo. He could bring back a Borgos just to troll us. There's a lot of things he could. Does he charge this as energy? I don't think so, right? There's no reason to.
Oh my gosh.
Do you charge this as energy, guys? Could you? Because in theory, the Super 17 is going to make it through the turn, right? Unless he gets lucky and draws like a Gogeta or something, right? So like, unless he just combos into it. So
Depends on what he has in his deck. Like he knows if he plays a 7-coster.
Right.
Oh, he swung with the no.
Because you could.
I think you use Shenron first because you can choose what to do with your energy. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. No, you absolutely Shenron first, but maybe he just doesn't know what he wants to use with the Shenron. Maybe he wants to see what he draws and he can untap 2 with the Shenron. But either way, I'll tell you, I hate attacking with Goku first. If I have to if I have to attack with Goku with all my energy up, something's wrong.
It just feels so neg.
He could have given him critical. I just realized that.
Yeah, he could use Shenron and give him critical. At least go to 25.
25k crit. Yeah.
Yeah, which challenges the.
Well, ouch.
Not ideal.
Nerves coming out. These guys taking this East Coast West Coast rivalry pretty seriously, huh?
I love it.
I'm like, dang.
The problem is though.
The worst part too, and I love both of these players. I think Eon knows this game's been over for a little bit, but he is not the player to give you an inch.
Nope. Definitely not. Eon will play and keep trying because you never know. I mean, he's literally a Gogeta away though, right? Like Gogeta gets him back in this game.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Right, but it's that playing to win mentality is when you know how you become a player that can win regional, like Eon.
Right. I mean, I guess Russell does have another Super 17 in hand, so maybe even if he does get it.
Ouch.
Look at Eon. That's a terrible draw because he doesn't have anything to attack with. I guess in this situation, that's why it would have been better to have Shenron first. Because I guess you could play it. No, he can't. It costs 2 red. No.
Yep. Yeah, you just play. you play Yaja here and.
You can't. Well, yeah. I guess you just play the Yajirobe.
And enter Scoop Phase, yeah.
Telling you guys in the chat, take the best picture, screenshot it. Make them the highlights of the games, man. That would be so funny. Be the funniest thing.
All right, Papa Yaji. As Russell goes down to 5 cards left.
Oh, he's at 5
and
cards.
his first super earn. Oh, he runs a split.
Yeah, it looks like he must run 2-2.
You know, one of my favorite interactions from Clash of Fates. So we, in set 5, we got 2 new super combos: defensive stance Vegeta and defensive stance Piccolo, which is a 4 or less super combo. You can actually search defensive stance Piccolo with assimilation, the 0-cost yellow spell that searches for Namekians. Pretty cool combo.
I wonder if you're Eon here, do you dimension magic this just to get a card in your hand?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, well, Dimension Magic's dead against Super 17.
Right.
So,
I'm surprised he actually kept it, to be honest. Maybe Unbreakable?
Wow.
I was like, come on. But I mean, he has 6 cards a deck, though, right? So
yeah.
The chances
you know where it's at.
Yeah, the chances of it being in his hand are much higher than it being in the deck at this point.
Well, Fuba. I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, honestly, though, Eon could Dimension Magic this attack because he's going to take the hit anyway, and hopefully, maybe he can draw into something that could help him, like you said, like maybe a Mafuba, or he's probably still dead though.
So the Dimension Magic would play. Picking up the life would be part of the cost of the effect,
right?
And then 17 would resolve and discard the card that he picked up,
right?
So he would just be doing it for the negate.
Done.
Was there any card that he could get off of the Dimension Magic that would make it be worth it? I mean, I think Eon's just dead here. I'm trying to think if there's anything he could do, but he's just...
No.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Just do it. Just do it. Just live as long as you can.
I mean, it's possible. Maybe Russell doesn't see the Infernal Machine attack.
Forgot it's
Maybe,
there.
maybe he didn't see that there was full things on board with the Kami, so maybe. What's the power of Infernal Machine? I'm watching in my OBS.
20k base.
It's 20k. I thought, yeah, okay.
The chat's so funny.
I love the chat. It's my favorite thing. I haven't actually looked at it in a while.
Shout out to 126 people, dude. That's insane.
126 people. Love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. I haven't checked all the other different, on YouTube or anything like that. Hello, everybody on YouTube as well.
Dusty's neglecting.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so into these games. I'm so sorry.
Okay, we got a game. Yep.
Yep, that's game. God, it's
Amazing.
amazing.